Well, the sellers are definitely eating this month, boy. If you remember from my last video, we spoke about this failed swing high up here on the monthly market structure, which, was giving us an indication that price was going to come down into further support zones. However, I didn't anticipate it dropping anywhere near this level. I was looking to see price hold around the 40 to 50 levels, but we know that, Luna had a bit of outside interference going on here as to why this big drop happened down here, which, if you have a coin that has a max supply of around 300 million and then you just, inflate that to 6 trillion, then the price is just going to change. That's the whole part of that diamond theory here. Whether whose fault it was, who knows? I'm not here to speculate that, but all I know is that if something is scarce, then it's highly valued. But as soon as you make it too readily available, which, now it's become like I would say it can't even be part of that $1,000 US series. It's kind of in that, if you've got 50 to punt or $100 to punt type of thing now, really. It's a penny stock essentially. But moving back onto the chart, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you need financial advice, always seek out a qualified professional before engaging in any investment activity. So moving on to the chart, what we've got. That's a funny question. I won't even go into that. But what I will look at is the fact that, the seller's move really worked out for them. I'm just going to drop down to the daily. So this was a move that we pointed out occurring in the last video here as price broke above the daily fractals. These were our initial fractals here, and then we broke up and was in a nice bullish range, but price just dipped into this zone here. And this whole candle, these set of candles, I would say, is that kind of fractal on the monthly, that fractal high, that pretty much a raid or failed swing high, if you wish, however you want to term it. But I like to call them failed swing highs or raids. So that indicates that price is going to go lower. You break this level down here. This is a low fractal low. You break the trend as well, and then price comes up. You think it's pulling back, but really it's actually looking to start a downward trend, which happened on the 9th, I believe. So right on this, I know it's the 7th. So on the 7th, price breaks down this fractal low, and then now you've got a new low, a lower low than this, and then your previous swing high. So now that's the beginnings of like a baby downward trend. However, we thought price would hold around these levels, coming into some support on the weekly in this area, but it just carried on going down. And obviously that news broke out, everyone knew what was happening. Markets or service providers just
stopped the selling of certain coins. They got to do what they got to do, and that adds to the panic that we are seeing today. So now it's well below even a dollar. So there's nothing to be had here. I would say Luna, definitely not looking to touch it at all until we see, some real serious recovery plans in place. That's pretty much going to be around, for me anyway, it's going to be centered around, are they looking to burn some of those excessive coins? There's no need to have 6 trillion. So let's see what happens. Going back to the weekly, where we had set our initial zones, we were looking around these levels here, but obviously that got completely smashed, and I don't see the price recovering at all to this level. But I will say on the monthly, we've got 18 more days now. It's not looking very likely, but if price was to even be able to rally up and close above this level, that's kind of a hint of a bit of survival. For me, I still would like to see a bit more monthly candles printed out, because this is just such a big bearish candle. You just don't bet against this type of movement here. There's a reason for all of that selling. But that is what I have for you here on Luna. Not much a chart, just talking about the almost near death, if not the death of it. But let's see what happens. If you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe. Also, share your comments. Let me know what you're feeling about the situation and what you think some of the causes are.